The embattled governor of Illinois, Rod Blagojevich, has moved to fill Barack Obama's Senate seat, but the battle has just begun. CBS News correspondent Cynthia Bowers is in Chicago this morning. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning, Maggie. Just when you thought Blagojevich had no cards left to play, he pulls an ace out of his sleeve. Or was it a joker? In what was more theater of the absurd than press conference, he acted very defiantly while his appointee stood by looking a little like that cat that swallowed the canary.
It was the political equivalent of a slap in the face to federal prosecutors and to lawmakers trying to impeach him.
I'm here today to announce that I am appointing Roland Burris as the next United States Senator from Illinois.
At the same time, Rod Blagojevich acknowledged his own problems.
Don't allow the allegations against me to taint this good and honest man.
The 71-year-old former Illinois Attorney General immediately distanced himself from the scandal.
I have no relationship with that situation. I'm accepting an appointment by the governor to go to the United States Senate. That's it.
The question is, will he ever be sworn in? The Illinois Secretary of State says although he admires Burris, he won't sign off on the appointment as required by law.
It could have been my brother, it could have been my uncle, it could have been my nephew. I would not sign on to the recommendation coming from the president-governor.
Then there's the matter of the Senate. 50 members of the U.S. Senate Democratic Caucus have signed on to a letter saying they won't seat Burris and chastise Blagojevich for taking this defiant step. But the issue of race could complicate matters. As U.S. Congressman Bobby Rush points out, since the U.S. Senate currently has no black members, Roland Burris should be considered.
I don't think that any U.S. senator who's sitting in the Senate right now want to go on record to deny one African American for being seated in the U.S. Senate.
And yesterday from Hawaii, the president-elect released this statement. Roland Burris is a good man and a fine public servant, but Senate Democrats made it clear weeks ago they cannot accept an appointment made by a governor who is accused of selling this very Senate seat. I agree with their decision. So, Maggie, the saga in Illinois just rolls on.
What a surprise. CBS's Cynthia Bowers. Thank you, Cynthia. We're joined now also from Chicago by Congressman Bobby Rush, whom you just heard from in the piece. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Maggie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yesterday, we heard you say that they shouldn't hang and lynch the appointee to punish the appointer. But do you believe that this is the way the only African-American senator should be seated, tainted, rightly or not, by a scandal and against the objections of most of his own party?
Well, let me just say this. You know, the recent history of our nation has shown us that sometimes there could be individuals and there could be situations where where you have officials standing in the doorway of school children. You know, I'm talking about almost back in 1957 in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm talking about George Wallace, Bull Connors, and I'm sure that the U.S. Senate don't want to see themselves placed in the same position.
But it's not just the Senate, Congressman. It's Barack Obama, who is African-American, also who disagrees with this.
Well, I think that what needs to happen now is that all these folks who are opposed to Governor Blagojevich, they need to take a chill pill. We are still a nation of laws, and I believe that Roland Burris and Governor Blagojevich, they're on solid constitutional grounds in terms of him being selected. I think that the U.S. Senate will have to accept him. And let me just say this. You know, the real political tragedy, the real political issue, the moral issue that we face is why in the U.S. Senate there are no African Americans. There are 2 Asians, 3 Latinos, 11 women, but no African Americans. And I just must applaud the people in the state of Illinois because in the last 150 years, we have sent 2 of the 3 African Americans to the Senate over a period of 150 years. Now, something is really, really wrong with that.
But
So are you saying,
shouldn't Governor,
is this the...
let me interrupt you for a minute and ask you this. Shouldn't
Yes.
Governor Blagojevich maybe have given Roland Burris the chance to go in as the only African-American senator in a legitimate way that everyone would approve of? Is he being selfish here by appointing him this way, by remaining so defiant?
No, he has the constitutional responsibility as governor of the state of Illinois to appoint. The General Assembly met a week or so ago. They passed the buck. They punted. They did not declare a special election. And let me just say this. On January the 20th, President-elect Obama wants on his desk the Congress to deliver to him a stimulus package, hundreds of billions of dollars, and the people of the state of Illinois should not be deprived of a representative in the U.S. Senate to be at the table to help decide where that money should go.
All right.
There are many other issues, and I just think that it's incumbent upon the U.S. Senate, President Reed, and others to make sure that Illinois is not shortchanged as it relates to representation.
Okay, Congressman Rush, I'm sorry, but in the essence of time, I have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.